I'm Joseph McBride. I'm an associate professor in cinema, and I teach film history and screenwriting, and I've been writing books on film since the 1960s, and been a film critic and a film reporter at Variety, and my main interest is American film. I was teaching an occasional class going way back to the 1970s, and first appeared at a college in 1969. And I was living in Los Angeles and writing. I was a screenwriter and a journalist, and so I would teach a course here and there. And then I moved to the Bay Area in 2000 and decided to go into teaching full-time, and I felt it was a good time for me to do that in my life. And fortuitously, a job opened up at San Francisco State, and I got hired, and I've been here since 2002. Well, I teach a variety of classes. I teach large lecture classes on documentary film and film and society, and I also teach film studies classes, smaller ones, about filmmakers such as John Ford, Orson Welles, Billy Wilder, Ernst Lubitsch, Steven Spielberg. Often people I've written about before, and people who I consider some of the directors I admire the most. Every semester I've been here, I've taught the introductory screenwriting class. I've also taught some of the advanced classes. So every class is somewhat different, but I put a lot of emphasis on writing because I think a lot of students need a lot of help with their basic writing skills. And cinema students tend to be well developed visually, but maybe sometimes not as well developed verbally, and so it's a good thing that they need to beef up their knowledge of. If they're going to be in the film business, you're going to have to write a script or write proposals or write treatments or write memos, whatever you do. And even if you don't go into the film business, every profession you have to be able to write clearly. Alfred Hitchcock said the most important trait in film writing is clarity. He also said that about directing, and so if people can't express themselves clearly, they're not going to have much of a career as a filmmaker. Well, San Francisco State students are very, usually pretty serious because they're often working class backgrounds. It's not an elite private school like Stanford or some other ones, and so a lot of them, most of them have jobs. Some of them have 2 jobs, some of them work 40 hours a week, and you're pretty serious if you're doing that and going to school. And often they're the first people in their families who've gone to college, so they know the importance of that. So I find the students nice and dedicated and ambitious. I think that they sometimes don't quite know what they want to do, but that's part of what college is all about. You spend 4 years and you come in wanting to be one thing and you wind up wanting to be something else. And so we give them the range of options to let them learn about different ways that you could make your career in the world of filmmaking.